Ahoy and welcome to the Salty Dog, a special segment of the Catholic Men's Podcast, where we tell many a yarn for youngsters. Grab your grog, and we can begin. Welcome back to the Midnight Special, which is a series where I can't sleep, so I sit on the back porch with my Labrador Griffin and narrate a story for you all. The Singing Bone, by Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm. I'm going to tell you this story as it was first related to me, and then I'll explain how it differs from the original at the end. For whatever reason, it made a great impression on me. Once upon a time, in a certain country, there was great concern about a wild boar that was destroying the peasants' fields, killing the cattle, and ripping people apart with its tusks. The king promised a large reward to anyone who could free the land from this plague. But the beast was so large and strong that no one dared to go near the woods where it lived. Finally, the king proclaimed that whoever could capture or kill the wild boar should have his only daughter in marriage. Now in this country there lived two brothers, sons of a poor man. They declared that they dared to attempt the task. The older one, who was crafty and shrewd, did so out of pride. The younger one, who was innocent and simple, did so because of his kind heart. The king said, "In order to be more sure of finding the beast, you should enter the woods from opposite sides." Thus the older one entered the woods from the west, and the younger one from the east. After the younger one had walked a little while, a little dwarf stepped up to him. He held a black spear in his hand and said, "I am giving you this spear because your heart is innocent and good. With it you can confidently attack the wild boar. It will do you no harm." He thanked the dwarf, put the spear on his shoulder, and walked on fearlessly. Before long he saw the beast. It attacked him, but he held the spear toward it, and in its blind fury it ran into the spear with such force that its heart was slashed in two. Then he put the monster on his back and turned towards home, intending to take it to the king. Emerging from the other side of the woods, he came to a house where people were making merry, drinking wine and dancing. His older brother was there too. Thinking that the boar wouldn't run away from him any time soon, he had decided to drink himself some real courage. When he saw his younger brother coming out of the woods with his booty, his envious and evil heart gave him no peace. He called out to him, "Come in, dear brother. Rest and refresh yourself with a beaker of wine." The younger brother, suspecting no evil, went in and told him about the good dwarf who had given him the spear with which he had killed the boar. The older brother kept him there until evening, and then they set forth together. After dark they came to a bridge over a brook, and the older brother let the younger one go first. When the younger brother reached the middle above the water, the older one gave him such a blow with his sword from behind that he fell down dead. He buried him beneath an apple tree beside the bridge, took the boar, and delivered it to the king, pretending that he had killed it. With this he received the king's daughter in marriage. When his younger brother didn't return, he said, "The boar must have ripped him apart," and everyone believed it. But as nothing remains hidden from God, this black deed was also to come to light. After many long years, a shepherd was driving his herd across the bridge and saw a little snow-white bone lying in the sand below. Thinking that it would make a good mouthpiece, he climbed down, picked it up, and then carved out of it a mouthpiece for his horn. When he blew into it for the first time, to his great astonishment, the bone began to sing by itself. "O shepherd, listen to my tale. I sleep beneath the tree. My brother Ludwig raised his sword and drove it into me. I'll never walk the earth again, or hear a bird, or plant a seed. till the man who slew me says he's sorry for the deed." "What a wonderful horn," said the shepherd. "It sings by itself. I must take it to the king." When he brought it before the king, the horn again began to sing its little song. The king understood it well, and had the earth beneath the tree dug up. Then the whole skeleton of the murdered man came to light. When brought before the wicked brother, he couldn't deny it, and upon begging mercy and forgiveness for his deed, the younger brother's body was made whole. God breathed life into it once again. Then, to the amazement of onlookers, he asked forgiveness for his brother, and begged that they spare his life. This was granted on condition that he perform penance forever and anon till his dying day. It is said that if one walks by the bridge at a certain time of night, you can still hear the tune of the singing bone carried on the wings of the wind. The end. Now, in the original Brothers Grimm story, it doesn't end this way at all. No one comes back to life. It just says that the wicked brother was sewn into a sack and drowned alive, and the murdered man's bones were laid to rest in a beautiful grave in the churchyard. There was no apple tree, but only the bridge in the original, and the bones' song simply said, "Oh, my dear shepherd, you are blowing on my little bone. My brother killed me and buried me beneath the bridge to get the wild boar for the daughter of the king." You can choose which ending you like best. I prefer the way it was told to me first, of course. They can be changed and adapted according to your audience. I'm pretty sure the original ending of Little Red Riding Hood is that she was eaten, and that's it. I'm very glad we changed it. However, the mission of the Brothers Grimm was to document the most original version of the story for all times and all peoples to enjoy forever afterwards. Thank you all so much for listening, and Godspeed.